Here's a story. As a child, your mom leaves you with a neighbor as she goes to hang out with her drug-dealing friends. At 4 years old, one of their 18-year-old sons sexually assaults you until you're bleeding vaginally. Your mom is furious when she finds out and breaks his legs. Quickly, she bonds out of jail, and from that point on, you would be sexually assaulted throughout your childhood, sometimes even by your mother. As an escort, your mom would bring you along on car dates, have sex in the back seat, while men fondled you in the front. In middle school, she makes you an accomplice, hiding you under the bed while you steal money out of her clients' pockets. Your mother says she loves you, but sexually assaults you, tries to kill you, and stalks you until this day. Trappin Anonymous.
My mom would bring her Johns in and I'll be under the bed hiding. Or she'll do a knock that we practice. And I'll come in through the door because it'll be half open. And I'll take the money out their pocket. And I'll go back out, put it in a cereal box, lay back on the couch because it's a 1-bedroom.
Under the bed, she's on top of the bed having sex?
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, you just hearing this stuff and making sure you...
I'm quiet.
And grabbing these guys.
Money.
What's good? My name is Chris Dowds. This is Trappin Anonymous, and please subscribe to Trappin Anonymous personal YouTube page. I will be doing follow-ups with all your favorite guests, reaction episodes, and so much more. Subscribe to Trappin Anonymous on YouTube. I'll pin a comment in the comment section so you can watch more Trappin Anonymous and keep up with all your favorite guests. Let's get it.
Can you put your phone down, please?
Yeah.
I just wanted to create a content series where I guess I'm a little more chill, a little more lax.
Come on, let's start over.
Start over?
Yeah, so I can be ready.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's like the point of it. I don't want to be so prepared. I want to just give it to them raw.
I'm in pose mode. Let's 1, 2, 3.
Uncut.
Hi, Trappin Anonymous.
What's good? This is Trappin Anonymous. My name is Chris Dowds. Welcome back. Shout out to everybody help keeping the movement moving. We really do appreciate you. If you are sitting there year after year, month after month, day after day, and you think your story needs to be heard, please reach out. Do not hesitate. DM me. That's how I get all my guests. You can email me. I will respond. Just give me a little bit of time. You know, we're going to figure it out. Thank you for helping keeping this community be number one, just what it is, keeping us viral. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing. We really do appreciate all the work that you all do. Do remember that the stories that you hear reflect real life. They're here to educate, inform, hopefully keep your little homie off the streets. My name is Chris Dowds. This is Trappin Anonymous. Let's get it. How are you?
I'm here.
You are. Your name and why you think your story is important.
My name is Mauricia, but I go by Erin. And my story is important because... honestly, I really don't know, but I'm just urged to tell it at this point in my life because I think it just needs to be heard.
Okay.
Just got it.
Yeah. Well, how does it all start for you?
I guess just being born into something that you gotta learn how to navigate through before you can even understand what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And just feeling unwanted and spending years trying to figure out how to be wanted, kind of phasing out of different lifestyles and situations, but not necessarily knowing value or worth.
4 years old.
4 years old for me. This is when I lived in Ohio with my mother. And she hung around a lot of drug dealers, so I was always babysat by somebody else. And this night, I actually was babysat by a neighbor, and I don't know if her husband's son, but I just remember, like, I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air, and I just felt my underwear come down. And at that moment, it just felt like something stung, like it was burning. And then I felt real hot and then real cold. And I went home. My mom ended up seeing blood in my underwear. It wasn't like he put a hand over my mouth or anything. It was like he just picked me up and moved me to the side after he was done. I went home, blood was in my underwear. I woke up, the police was taking my mom away. I went to my grandmother's house. Once I went to my grandma's house, my grandma started a case. They're trying to figure out what was going on with me at home because, of course, their life, grannies know when they know. So you washing me is tender, it hurts down there. I ended up telling her. And my mom ended up getting out, maybe bonded out or whatever, because she actually probably broke the man's legs and arms because I went back to the projects. He was at the door on crutches. But maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, it was the same thing with another man. I'm being babysat, or she's having her Johns or whatever going on. I'm always there. My mom didn't believe in a babysitter. You went everywhere. So if she's in the backseat fucking, I'm up there getting fondled with. And it was just nasty. Not necessarily knowing what was going on. You saw your mother do it. You don't know if what's going on is supposed to happen to you too. So from kissing, touching, penetration, I'm not intimate.
Do you have any idea what this man actually did to you?
I don't know if it was sex. I felt pressure. Like I said, it was burning. Like it didn't feel like you peed and wiped yourself. It was burning the next day. It hurt real bad there. And then it was just blood there. So I didn't know what it was, but everybody else did.
So why does your mom get taken away from you at this time?
Because she went over there at night and fought him. I think they always doing drugs. I think, honestly, that's who she used to do drugs with, his girlfriend. And they left me there with him. My brother was very young, so it wasn't like he could help. He was like 10 months.
Where did you go after this whole situation happened?
DCF came, or 241 Kids came and took me to my granny house.
And how long did you spend there?
It was like, my mama got out that same night, it felt like. It wasn't long. It was maybe like, I'll say a day or two, whatever had to happen. Maybe he didn't press charges because he knew what happened. But I don't know if there was court dates or anything like that. I just knew I went back home, and by the end of the week, CPS was coming back to get us.
At what point do you go to foster home?
That week. You said foster home, right? I went that week. So that, I would say, Friday, if it happened on a Monday. My grandma had already called CPS when I got to her house. My mom went to jail.
Right, but no, I'm talking about after that. So after that point, your mom comes home. Y'all are living life.
Okay, yeah, no, for about 3 or 4 days. But my grandma had reported that she was selling drugs. So task force busted in at night, not too long after I got back, like a setup kind of thing. And I just remember my mom, she knew, it felt like she knew they was coming. Mm-hmm. She had already had our coats and stuff on, but it was stuff with drugs. It was stuff with money and drugs. My brother or dad came and got him. And then I went with my CPS, and they took me down to my granny. My uncle picked me up. And then I just remember her being gone for a little bit, maybe a couple months, because I was there for a while. I was with my grandma back and forth. But I just remember her being at my uncle's house one day. I came home, and the CPS worker had just dropped me off. And we escaped through the fire escapes into a black truck, and I was going to Atlanta.
What age was this?
This happened like simultaneously because she didn't want me to be in the system. And they wasn't going to give me back to her because I think everything that was going on. So when I was in care out there for those couple months, she lost my brother. His father took full custody. She couldn't fight to get him back, so they wasn't going to give me back to her. So when she ran to Atlanta, but we still caught another case because she lost custody of me probably a year later.
Oh, what happened?
We were living in shelters back and forth around Atlanta, and we had finally got to a lady named Connie Hatchett, and she just let me and my mom stay there with her. I remember having a room there, spending Halloweens, and I used to go to, I think it's Indian Creek Elementary, and it was right next door to this White House in Atlanta. And I don't know why she would make my mom sleep in the car, but some nights my mom wasn't allowed in the house. But she had a son. It was a little white boy. Because she had foster kids. She took care of a lot of kids. But he would molest me every night. Oral. It's just disgusting. I can't even, it was just terrible of the feeling of. But my mama car would be right there in the front yard. And I couldn't say nothing, or I couldn't do nothing. I felt.
And he's making you perform oral on him? How old are you at this point?
I'm like 6.
Wow. Why do you end up in this lady's house?
Because we was living from pillow to post. I'm thinking my mom met her along the way of. A lady offered her a place to stay. But I don't know what was going on. They was doing drugs together at the time. But it was just nights my mom wasn't allowed to come in. You'll get in an argument. Your daughter can sleep in here, but you can't. And, that was just going on because we had been in like 6 or 7 shelters at that point. Shelters was getting packed. Atlanta shelters are dirty. My mom decided to sleep on top of me because you can get snatched in the shelters because of everything that was going on. The covers was dirty. You know, he just felt real homeless. Was in and out of hotels. The person who we escaped down here with, his name was Donald Payne. And my mom used to just beat on him, so he was real scared of my mom. But then he started molesting me. She'll disappear on drug binges. And these are things leading up to me going into foster care, because now we're everywhere. And I think I ran away to this white lady house, and I just told her everything, because I wanted out. And they did take me away. They gave me right back. My mom knew how to manipulate the system. You take the classes, get a place to stay.
Is she only fighting for you? Is she not fighting for your brother
She
too?
done told everybody he did, because the dad just disappeared. We was having visitations at once when that first part I told you about going into foster care before she took me. And the visits just stopped. I knew I had a brother, but I don't think he knew he had a sister. And we would just scream for her. And I think it just weared on her a lot. Because, you know, you visiting your kids, you go from this traumatic of, you know, what happens to your daughter. Maybe she's fighting her own demons. We'll play maybe for an hour, and then they'll take us away. She'll be crying, we'll be crying. And I don't think she could handle it. And I don't think his father wanted him to go through that. But he took my brother and didn't take me. And I didn't see my brother again probably until he was like 20, 21, 22. He was already locked up in prison for 10 years. So that's how I met him.
Wow. Is his father your father?
No, his father was this man who had money. My family was so money hungry. Like, my dad knew his dad, and when they took us, my dad said it to the day, he was like, I talked to Chuck. The agreement was to take you too, but my family didn't want that for my mother. I know I had sent you some messages of her saying you're gonna lose your kids just like I lost y'all. My mother's still hurt from losing us, and she feels like it's her family fault. She couldn't fight to get them back. You got this man, you got a job, you got a pension, you done lost your kids, you live in the projects. They giving me back because case placement.
Yeah.
Get you back out the system, back home.
At this point, your mother's very physically abusive to you.
Yes, she's getting beat, I'm getting beat. If a man beat on her, she beat on me.
With all the things that's going on in the world, you're watching these shows, you're living your life, you're just going about, and it's just like so many different things going on. We need outlets. We need places to put some of this anxiousness, some of this heartache. And sometimes we hit bottles, sometimes we hit alcohol. We all have like our outlet. Listen, this is not a judgmental space. This is not a judgmental zone. I'm sure you all know that. But I'm here to tell you about one thing. Amanita muscaria. Yes, it is a mushroom, but it's not what you think. Let's remove the stigma around mushrooms here and now. Amanita has been around longer than any pharmaceutical. That's number one. The active compound works on the same exact receptor system as benzos and alcohol. That is the GABA receptor system that is responsible for calming your nervous system down. But this mushroom is able to do that without dependency, without a prescription. It also does this without withdrawal. That's what makes benzos so hard to quit, especially with alcohol, right? Actually, thousands of people are using this to get off of the benzo. They're taking this mushroom to replace that dependency that they have on alcohol. At a medium dose, you will start to really see your sleep change. You'll literally wake up like, oh, that was a good sleep. At a higher dose, it is social euphoria. You just literally get elevated to a new world. The best part about this is 100% federally legal. You're not taking something from somebody on the corner. Let's be real. For me, I took a lower dose. I needed something just take off the edge. It's a lot of anxiety that goes on. So it created that little peaceful state for me. The problem with the Amanita market is that it has a lot of fakes. It has a lot of people trying to do underhand stuff. We can't have anything sketchy going on when it comes to this space, right? Amintara is the standard. They have been tested, they have been tried, and they've been proven. With over 50,000 customers, you have to give it a try. There's gummies, capsules, chocolate bars, extracts. They have everything. They have the best prices. There's a real customer experience, and you can call them at any time. If anything that I'm saying resonates with you, go to www.amintara.go/Trappin and use the code TRAPPIN22 for 22% off of your first order. Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research. This is not a psychedelic. ArminTara.com/go/TRAPPIN22. Let's get it. What was the extent of those beatings?
Fists, brooms, forks. I hugged her, she'll stab me or whatever in her hand. Biting me, ripping my hair out. Just really punching me in my face a lot. Like I got over 13 concussions. That's technically known through fractures in my skull. Cause my mom would fight me like I was on the street, seeing stars, blackout. You know, I didn't even think you could see shit like that for real, but you do see these bright lights going around if you get hit hard enough. But the punches just kept coming, so you just ball up. And it'd go on for nights, days, as long as she high.
Yeah. She sexually assaulted you.
Yeah. I didn't want to think of it like that for a while. Cause it was like, you know, psychologically, is that why I like women, or is it a fear? Cause when men did certain things, it was hard. It was mean. It was uncaring. My mom used to always just tell me she was checking to see if somebody else did it. But if she thought somebody did, I would get beat. And that comes from like spreading my lips open, putting her finger inside, saying she checked to see if I was still a virgin. And I don't know what went on in her household. I don't know how my mama grew up, for real. It's a lot of bad stories, but it just felt uncomfortable. Always grabbing on my breast or my butt. Always talking about body parts on me. Last time I saw her, it was the same shit. Ooh, you got a nice little shape, and I just didn't know how to take it. And I know I'm an adult, but it's like, do you know that I know? So it was never like kissing or her giving me oral. It was always just touching me.
Your grandmother reports to your mom again. I'm guessing they come take you.
They do. Because my grandma told me to tell the courts that my mom was burning me with cigarettes. And she wasn't, but she was doing a lot of other things. But my grandma knew what it was going to take to get me taken. She saw these marks on me and took an opportunity, but it was just like dirt or a scar or a scab. But I was getting beat senseless. And when they took me, they took my brother. And my mom hated my family for that for life. But blamed me because I testified.
You remember testifying? So it's this weird dichotomy. It's like, you know, you hate it at home, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're testifying, do you feel like this is what I need to be doing? Or do you feel like this is kind of messed up?
I wanted out. You know, my mom would just leave us days at a time, get high. I got my brother with me. I'm getting touched on. I'm watching her have sex every other night. I'm getting touched on while they doing that. I wanted out. And
Men are touching on you as she's sleeping with them. I mean, she has to know.
I don't know. I would pray she didn't know. But her story was harsh. My grandfather used to rape my aunt Sadie. She disappeared. And I remember looking through a photo book, and it was a graduation picture. She was the only one I think graduated. She told my mom, "You gonna get out of there soon, Bo. Keep your head up." And of course, not really realizing what it was at 18, but they was going through a lot. My mom said my granddad used to come in at night and just rape my auntie. When she used to get drunk and go on her rants, she used to talk about her abuse. It was a newspaper article out about Timothy Sewell. He tried to burn the house down with all the kids in him. And my grandma had like 5 kids near her.
Who's Timothy Sewell?
My grandfather. He was a cruel man. He had a first wife. I met her, actually, I think I met her daughter. And no, it was actually her, because I went to see my Uncle Eugene. That was his first set of kids. And she said she put my granddaddy out at gunpoint and said, it's either you or me. And he went with my grandmother. But my grandmother 4'11", my granddaddy 6'7", being beat, getting raped. She's a single mother. Back in those days, what you gonna do? And I think she just allowed it all. Brothers and sisters was touching each other, and daddies was raping the girls.
Hell on earth.
My dad calls my family the Hills Got Eyes. He just said when he went in that family, he never seen such hatred, or he's like, my family on his side do come from love. They all druggies. And I'm shaking now because it's just like, you gotta put yourself back in those places. I remember being with my dad at a young age too. My mom and him, I guess, tried to co-parent at one point when I was around at 3 or 4 when things were going on. But my cousins on that side used to molest me. And it was me and my cousins. I won't say their names because I don't know if they're ready to tell their story, but make us put on like shorts and hike them up, touch on us, hunch on us, rub on us. I'm not sure what happened to them. Yeah. We'll all be in these bunk beds and aunties downstairs getting high.
You said molested in churches?
We used to go to church back in the day on the east side, East Ponce, when New Birth was still small before it came Bishop Eddie Long, New Birth City. But, church buses used to come get you while your mamas was doing whatever they was doing. My mom loved that for me. But the deacons used to just, take you in the back and fondle with you, oral. You just feel trapped.
The deacons are having you give them oral?
Touching you. If
How
you're in
old
the
are you at this
pews,
time?
I'm probably like now, this is still that first year we, like in Atlanta, so about 6 to 7, because that's how she had me, like 2 years before she lost custody. And the churches was good, because you learn. I prayed.
Yeah.
But if you pray and there's no results, why are you praying? So little by little, the light started to dim, because I wasn't going to never get out. And every time I went into care, they gave me back. So, like, do you believe me? And then finally, when she did what, the last final act of Hail Marys, they finally took her parental rights. But those nights with her standing over me, you wake up and somebody just staring deep into you and stab on you, punch you, try to smother you. When you wake up, it's blood all over your bears. She'll wake up and ask you who did it, as if she wasn't there.
Your mom gets Section 8 finally through the shelter system. Is there any time for normalcy? Does a good day do good days ever come?
Good days come, but good days go. She did get Section 8. We started living off of Memorial Drive, and this is where we had normality for like a little bit. Go to Honey Baked Ham, get us a ham for Thanksgiving, act like we're a family. But she's getting high every night, and I had to take care of her. Or come in the house, she's throwing up. I'm like, I gotta go to school tomorrow. I'm 3rd grade, gotta clean all this up before, school tomorrow. Case managers are still coming in and out because of our cases still open. On top of her addiction, and when she didn't have it, she would have these violent shakes. Like, when you're coming down. Imagine as a child, you think your mom about to die. You don't know what to do. So she was just forcing me to grow, and it just became numbing. I couldn't go to school some days because I got black eyes, but I love school. When you go, you got to explain what it is. Got to make up a lie. But when she found out that I could be her partner in crime, that's when life started to lighten up for her.
What do you mean?
My mom would bring her Johns in, and I'll be under the bed hiding. Or she'll do a knock, that we practice. And I'll come in through the door because it'll be half open. And I'll take the money out their pocket. And I'll go back out, put it in a cereal box, lay back on the couch because it's a 1-bedroom. And the man would come frequently. But he started to get it because he was missing money. And one night, the pants was rolled up. And I couldn't get in the pockets. So I didn't try. But my mama beat the hell out of me.
Wait, so you're under the bed, she's on top of the bed, having sex?
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, you just hearing this stuff and making sure you
I'm quiet.
and grabbing these guys.
Money.
So you couldn't get the money out. What happened?
She beat me. She didn't believe me. I wasn't following direction in her mind. But the next time he did it, she saw it. And that night she locked the door. So I couldn't come in. So I knew that I didn't have to come in. But we practiced for 2 weeks after that on how to unroll them and put them back.
And these guys, they're losing money and they still keep coming back.
Because they dope boys. Maybe I dropped it. She knew how much to take. We weren't taking thousands.
Mm-hmm.
Take 5 from him, 2 from him, 6 from him.
How often would this go on?
Oh, this was every week.
Every week.
And you still gotta go to school.
And this is still the 3rd grade for you?
3rd grade.
How are you in school?
Oh, I'm smart. I could count real good because that's what she taught me to do.
Yeah.
You know, when you said Stockholm Syndrome, you just do what you taught.
Yeah.
I was a great thief. Stole any and everything I ever needed. But I stole to survive because I didn't have her anymore. She was getting Social Security for me. She taught me how to go in the Social Security office and act like I was bipolar to get the check. Told me exactly what to go in there and do. Then they labeled me chemically unbalanced. And that followed me.
And it wasn't true.
I was just hurt. It was that or get beat.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about a 7-year-old. Not only like being molested by your mom and watching her have sex regularly, you're also being touched by the people that are with her, people in church, people at foster homes. The experience from abuse, both physical and sexual, was so great at such a young age. You're just probably thinking, this is not even wrong anymore. This is just life.
Pretty much. That's all people wanted. So just give them what they want so you can get out of there.
Eventually your mom loses you again. What happened this time?
When she lost me this time, she stabbed me 5 times and told me she was gonna bury me in the backyard. The stabbing happened over a 3-day period. It's like 72 hours of torture. And I knew he was about to ask me that question, but I never get through this story without crying. Because I loved her so much. And some of the things I said that I realized as an adult, it was just wrong for me to feel like I owed her my life. But it was like closer to the end of school. Summer became ready to hit. Summer sucked because I didn't have an escape. It wasn't a bus coming. I had to wait till Sunday to get away. Or Tuesday for church. But school had ended. I had got honor roll. She didn't show up. I got principal list. I got myself dressed that morning. I looked ridiculous. And I had on like this dress I had from 2nd grade. And you see how tall I am. That shit was up to my neck. with these little bitty ass ruffle socks on. And I don't even think they was ruffles. I think they had balls on the back. You knew I was a baby that belonged to a crackhead mama. It was so terrible. I came home though, nothing but being in the house. They all high. She told me sit in the front yard. She'll let me know when to come in. At this point, she's spiraling because we never had that many people in there. I sat out there and like she forgot I was there. But that was the day that I just came from this award ceremony. And field day, all the other parents was there. And mind you, I was just in foster care. So they were supportive. They came and did these things. So I started to realize that it's wrong. But she called this man Donald to come get me that night. And Donald took me. And he just tongue kissed me a lot. He didn't really like do penetration. My mom used to beat on him too, so I think he was really scared. But as a man, high, vulnerable, I stayed with him all night. We cut a grass yard the next day. He dropped me off, and I was shaking like I'm shaking now. I just felt cold. I felt like something was about to happen. And I didn't want him to go. I didn't care what was about to happen. I just needed protection. He dropped me off, and he was like, just stay out the way. Go to your room. And I went to my room. She came in there and told me to get dressed and go sleep outside. She said, you was with my man all day. I already knew she was high. So I go sleep outside. She called me back in after she finished getting high. And I just felt the brick like hit me in the back of my head. I fall into this den. And she just kept hitting me. And then she went to the kitchen and got a knife. And it was a steak knife, a real jagged knife. And I just thought I was about to die. Because he ain't never went this far. So she stabs me in my face and in my shoulder. And my face just dripping, my arm dripping. She realized it. She said, I'm going to have to kill you. Because I ain't going back to jail. And we're sitting on the tub. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell. I promise. Like, you know, I don't want to die at this point. I'm saying anything. So she started trying to figure out what she was going to do. Like I said, 3 days. So right now I'm just stabbed here and here. My face like this big. But before I came home that night, I didn't know she just stabbed the next door neighbor. She just stabbed her son in the head. So when we came over there, the lady looking at me not saying nothing. Her son gone, there's no protection. My mom been doing this to everybody. She let us use the phone. And my mom calling everybody, my dad, my aunts, my uncles. She's like, I'm a killer. Y'all better come get her, I'm a killer. I remember that she tried to outweigh that demon. But nobody came. So now she mad. Nobody wants you. I gotta get rid of you. I don't want you. So I get beat all day. All day, my face keep busting open because it can't heal because I'm getting hit still. And I go to bed. I just wake up and she got a knife like over me like this. And I just put my hands up. Because when I put my hands up, she would stab me in my face. And I started to bury myself under all my bears. I always kept a lot of bears on the bed because she couldn't hit me or find me. But it's just like that night, she was faster. She was meaner. And I couldn't get out. It was bars on the window. We had the gates locked. And you had the key to get in and the key to get out. Then she started making me take all these pills. What I'm gonna do? Nobody was coming. And she hated me. I testified against her. She said all these things. I made her lose her son. She just made me super accountable. And I was too accountable at that age. And it just went over into the next day. And I just kept getting colder because my hands is just bleeding. And I don't know what to do. She told me to go outside and find a ride to the hospital. I literally knocked on people's doors. Nobody found nothing wrong. And that's when I just felt like it was over. And mind you, the police station is literally, I could run there. Because we live in the hood. But they're not gonna believe me in my mind. So I go back in there. Some ambulance came, but it was like an ambulance that don't take you. So in my mind, I know like I'm about to die. The ambulance won't even take me. They told me I just need to get to the hospital and get stitches. But this where Connie Hatchet come back in place. My mom had been beating me all day. We only had the receiver, the metal part of the inside phone, and the keypad, the metal pad before you put the numbers on it, just the wires. When she called this lady, the phone wasn't supposed to work. My hair's ripped out. I'm missing a whole patch here. She the only lady that came. And when she came, she just stepped in the house and just said, "Oh, Janae, what you do?" My mama looked at me and said, "If you tell anybody what I did to you, I'll find you and I'll kill you." And it just feel like that's what she's still trying to do.
If you were in foster home, how were you still able to be around your mom?
She'll pay him. She'll give him a couple $100. And I come home. She in the living room.
But if she hates you so much, if she wants to,
She needed me
for what?
to help her rob people, convince people. A child was a goat back in the day. It was a chick. Food stamps, Section 8. My mom never had companionship.
But if you had if your custody was in the foster parents, how was she still able to get all of this money off of you?
Because some shit wasn't cut off. The check was still going to her. The system didn't even know I was still on Social Security. My mom was still getting a check for like 3 years while I was in the system. My mom would still utilize socials and birth certificates. And if it goes under the radar, nobody report her.
Why do you think she didn't kill you that day?
For me, I think I saved me. If you rewind back to the day, and she went outside, told me where I was going to be buried. She was going to kill me, then kill herself. But before she killed me, she asked me if I had any last words. And I didn't know what to do but pray. That's what the church said. So I just said, forgive her. She don't mean it, Lord. I didn't pray for me, I prayed for her. And I told her, and I turned around before I felt like she was about to do something to me. I said, you can beat me, just let me stay here. Whatever you need, just let me stay here. I'll be okay, just let me stay here. Like I'm begging to stay. And then that's when she called Connie.
How many foster homes have you been to?
Like 14, maybe more.
How many schools?
13 elementaries, 4 high schools, 4 middle schools.
How does a child adjust to so much moving around and bouncing around? And I mean, as you are a straight A student, teachers must be falling in love with you and they never see you again. You know, like, talk to me about that.
I think the teachers knew what I was going through, but what could they do? I got my love from them though, when I was there. You know, all the teachers loved me. They paid a lot of attention to me. They made sure I had the things I needed for school. And they praised me for my grades. They praised me for being respectful. Like I had a lot of honor and respect because I wanted to be better than my mama. She made it to 3rd grade. I used to have to read and write papers for her. Even when I was in school, I would have to come home and teach her. But going to different schools, I got used to it. I started to realize I wasn't meant to be happy. Before I left that day, my mama also said, everybody I love will leave. And everything I touch will break.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was a curse she put on me. But if a child believes that, I believe that. And when they took me to the hospital, they put me under Jane Doe. Because she was still looking for me, and they were still looking for her. So it's like I was losing identity. School was the only identity I had. I was a smart girl. I was the basketball player. I was something.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
You're 6 feet.
Yeah, you can do that until a 6 feet motherfucker stand next to you and block your shot, and she's 7 feet.
Clark Atlanta, full ride.
Yeah, she found me in the gym, pick up, asked me what would it take for me to come to her school, and I was already enrolled. So I walked into a scholarship.
Why did she come find you?
I was just playing open gym. I had just got to Clark, and I had quit playing in high school. My mom found out where I was my senior year. So when she found out where I'm is, I started to panic. And the coaches wasn't playing me. You know, I was in Statesboro, Georgia. At the end of the day, coaches had already had they picked. These kids grew up together. And I deserved a scholarship. If I would have got the time I needed and the shine I needed there, I probably went further. But you got booster club members, you got kids that just was above me. So I quit, and then one of my foster parents actually got me into Clark because she knew the basketball coach for the boys team. And so I got accepted really fast, but I didn't know what tryouts was. So I would just go to the gym and shoot with the boys, play with the boys. And she seen me out there playing with the boys. And I was one of the tallest girls that she would have had on her team. So Division 3 was very small, which made me look very big.
Yeah.
And I was still going through stuff though, so I quit. My mom was stalking me at school. So where my coach is calling me and telling me, be careful. Your mom on campus. Like, when does it stop?
When did it stop?
Coming to games getting put out, that's your mama? But I done lied to everybody and told them my mama's something different. Because I didn't want that to be my mama. She put sugar in my tank, blew up my car, threw bricks through my windows. Anything I ever owned, she tried to take it from me.
What's good? My name is Chris Dowds. This is Trappin Anonymous, and I'm here to talk to you about the #1 credit building app, and that is Kickoff. GETKIKOFF.com/Trappin. For that first month, you can spend $1. That's 80% off of our original price. $1, and you can start your credit building journey today. Kickoff is the only way to go. I know you want that house. I know you want that car. I know you want to get into that new whatever it is. Maybe it's clothes. Maybe you want to invest in something. You got to build that credit. We even got a rent reporting system. Imagine your credit building because you're paying your rent. This is things that you're going to pay anyway. You have to pay anyway. Why are you not receiving credit for that? GetKickoff.com/Trappin. I'm telling you, build that credit score for things that you pay for anyway. The best part about it, you can sign up and you can cancel at any time. You don't have to be chained up or hell-bent or hell-bound to this. No. And if you don't like it, guess what? You can cancel it. Like I said, with over 1 million people using this app right now, the #1 credit building app in your app store right now, smartphone, log in, tap in, build that credit. I got faith in y'all. This is Trappin Anonymous. My name is Chris Dowds. Let's get it. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary. You told me all the abuse deterred you from men in your mind. You said maybe that's why I'm a lesbian. Why do you think you're a lesbian?
Now it's choice. It's definitely choice now because I find comfort in the people. Anybody I love, I'm going to find comfort in. But I still need that feminine companionship, I still think, because I do got mommy issues. I got daddy issues too. But daddy never really gave a fuck, so it wasn't nothing that was going to hurt me to not have him. I feel like women are more maternal. I don't think men are emotional. And I am definitely scared of the power that a man can harness and have. Men are supposed to be your protectors. So if your protector turned into your enemy, what do you do? All mine have turned into enemies.
Yeah. So you've never grew up with like an attraction to a guy. You never grew up.
I faked it
dating.
for high school.
Yeah.
You know, foster care, you weren't supposed to tell nobody you gay. And if things going on in the foster home, my foster parents was touching me, the sons was doing things to me. You try to keep this flexor front, but then you become known as the promiscuous girl. because they got to make it make sense in case they get caught. So you got all these things that's just bleeding off on you, but nobody gonna believe your truth. But when I was with a woman, she knew, she heard, she saw.
That's deep. You want children?
I have children.
Have children. How did that come about?
I found a gay guy and asked him for sperm. Not necessarily me, but the girl I was dating. Asked the guy she went to school with to donate his sperm to us. And we had already been trying, and it just wasn't working our way. Turkey baster method, nut in the cup, like real mad scientist, lesbian shit, you know? I had to get you to laugh, you know, we had to brighten up the day a little bit.
Yo, I don't, they don't get to see, you know, this side of me often, but I'm sorry, what? Like,
Mad scientist, lesbian shit. You go get this cup, and I need you to nut in it. And I'm going to take the syringe, and I'm going to get it out, and I'm going to put it in me. And me and this girl was trying this back and forth for like a year. Her sister ended up telling us about Clomid, you know, this fertility pill. So after a year of trying, we peeing on a stick every month, and nothing's happening. So I'm getting discouraged, I'm getting upset. But she asked this gay guy. He was vegan. Oh, he had them strong swimmers. Like, you know, I'm out here dealing with D-boys and smokers and shit. Like, this shit probably didn't even make it out the tip good enough. It's dead. You know, I'm like, okay, he's a clean guy. And I found out, you know, he was Cuban and Puerto Rican. He was really living his, you know, life. He was a manager or a district manager. So I'm like, okay. But this nigga was crazy too. His family was just as crazy as mine. And we came from unsupportive people. I said the irony, right? But I didn't know any of this. I just let the girl use my body as a mule. Like, this is how bad I wanted love. I'm letting her breed me. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants this baby so bad. And I want to give it to her because I want to be loved. I want to give something to somebody. I want to be something for somebody. Because my mama didn't love me. I just need somebody to love me. So this is dangerous. I could have had a retarded baby, like, well, the tail fell off. Like, I don't know. We're not doing this right at all. So I go to the doctor. I'm a questionable girl. I said, what can I do? Like, because at this point, we done bought sperm. We done borrowed sperm. We done asked folks for sperm. Nothing swimming. So she said, a human injection. I said, a what? What the fuck is that? You know, like, if I'm smart enough, a human, who's going to inject me? A human's going to inject me. I am the human. Like, what you talking about? She was like, yeah, the man's just going to have to ejaculate enough to where the tip is in. As long as the head is in, you're going to get the sperm. And then as soon as you get the sperm, lift your legs up, rock side to side, right? This is my directions. So I go home and tell the girl. She like, okay. I'm like, okay. You do it then, you know? So the fuck, okay. But in my mind, how bad you want this love, you know? Then you gonna have this baby with her. We're gonna be this rainbow fanatic fucking family. It's bullshit, okay? God had his ways for a reason. Men are supposed to raise kids and women are supposed to raise kids. That is my fair shot at because the kids gonna always wonder where they come from. So the nigga like, okay. So we go to Tennessee. My baby was conceived in Tennessee. We meet at Texas Roadhouse. Right, it's some bullshit. My kids love Texas Roadhouse to this day. I said, oh, this some bullshit for real. God, you funny. Like, you know.
them rolls be busting though.
They do. Clock that, they do. A little honey on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, I can't even get one by the time the damn thing come. Kids and snatched it. But he brought this Chinese girl and this other big guy. And it's me and my girl sitting across the table. So he asked me questions. He was intrigued. I was in college. I was a pretty girl. And because he was very vain. He wanted to have beautiful kids. So he like, all right, come on, let's do it. We go get a hotel, Holiday Inn. Not the motel, but the Holiday Inn, okay? I was a lady. But my girl is here with her dog. I'm up here about to be breeded. And he nervous. So boom, she in there. Every time he goes to the bathroom and come out, he was gay for real. Like, he was not budging. Like, that shit was shrink. Like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like, I didn't see it, but I knew there was an issue. Because every time you came out, you went right back in. Like, you got to at least make it over here. So he finally makes it. And Cece's like, I'm going to go. Because I want him, you know, I want this to happen. I don't want to make him nervous. So she goes down to the car with the dog. He comes, and I'm on my pillows already because the lady said, on the pillows, hips up. He's like, what I'm supposed to do? Nigga, you don't know what the fuck to do? It's your shit. Where you supposed to put it? So he was like, I can't. I have to hold myself up. I don't want to fall on you. Because he's literally like this. And I'm sitting like, let turn this way. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to see you. Let's just get the shit over with. So he's like, you got to do it. I've never felt a penis before. This shit felt like a sock. I'm like, is it going to work? Because they only got to have like some type of strength. Like, you know, from what I've been reading and seeing, you got to be able to go through there. So I'm trying to stuff that shit in like a sock. At this point, I done pinched him. I did all types of shit because I'm really trying to get pregnant for this girl. We got tested. We did all our, you know, P's and Q's. He was like, okay, it's there. But mind you, what's there? You know, how big are these things supposed to be? Gets you in there. So I felt like a pulse. And that was it. He was like, okay. I said, okay. I'm like, this what the fuss is the fuck about? This is what y'all be doing? This is bullshit in my brain. Like, this is why I'm gay. So I started rocking side to side. He's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm getting pregnant. This is what the lady said. So we start having conversations. CC come back up. I do that for about an hour, go home. Me and this girl get in a fight, break up. But I'm pregnant already. It worked this time. So I eventually let her back in. We moved to Florida. Kaden born in Jacksonville. But her cousin's selling drugs out the house. We about to get raided. I don't know that though. He got me going to court acting like his baby mama because I'm pregnant, about to pop. He's like, I can't go to jail right now. So he's using me as a placebo. I'm letting all this go down because what the fuck is my worth? They love me. It's just me telling a little white lie. But for somebody else, they didn't give two fucks about me. I leave the house. They end up getting evicted. Only thing was owed on the account was $15. But I talked to the rent lady. The rent lady said they peed all over. It was urine. It was weed everywhere. She said, I saw your family pictures. He said, but we can't keep anything. I wanted to call you. They looked important, but we had to throw them away. They didn't even give a fuck about enough. So now I got eviction on my credit. I got this baby. Me and this girl broken up. What the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm out of college. The dorms can't save me now. You can't live there with a baby. So at this point, I'm trying to figure it out. Hopping from house to house, trying to date a girl to get an apartment. Or a girl want this from me, so I get a girl to put an apartment in my name, but she want to be with me. But then she also want her own baby. The girl I had a baby with is now going straight, about to have her own baby.
What?
That's some bullshit, ain't it? I'm talking about baby really bossed the fuck up. Kudos to you if you see this. Bossed the fuck up. Working for APD, 2 kids, then called me. So let's just fast forward. Calls me and say, guess what? I said, you pregnant. You know how the city talk. She's like, yeah, but ask me for my baby shoes. She said, it's all right. My baby daddy going to the NFL anyway. What the fuck this nigga at? But okay. But this was like, we were together. This baby got your last name.
Wow.
Your mama thought that I was your surrogate though the whole time. That it was your egg that I held for you. And that's why I was even accepted into the family.
She was never gonna.
You hear me? So now I'm just baffled. At this point, everything fucked. But let's rewind it. She convinces Joey that he's not the father. We take a fake paternity test on our homegirls and homeboy. Send in the test, put my name on it and his name.
Joey, the gay guy that.
The gay guy, because she told me
pregnant.
he was gonna take my baby, and he had lawyers and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking I gotta disappear. So of course, let's do the fake pregnancy test shit. Send it to him. You're not the father. We use another guy. But he know, and I know what the fuck went down. So I go missing for a year. Me and her ain't together. Me and Kate ain't everywhere but where we need to be. I run across a guy. He's like, your son is so cute. And I'm like, oh yeah, you want to see my baby daddy? Oh, I'm happy to show this little gay Puerto Rican man because you Puerto Rican too. Like, I got to get ready to find my new donor because I want more kids, right? I showed the man a picture. He was like, oh, that's Joey.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my ass dropped in my motherfucking feet because this nigga about to find me. And I don't know this man. Mind you, I'm just a breeder. We both innocent bystanders. Whole time, little gay boy messy as fuck. Taking pictures, sending it to Joey mama. I get this long email about a week later. You dirty, trifling bitch. I'm going to find you. I'm going to take my kid. I knew that was my kid. You're going to send me this ugly ass baby. Like, the mom was mad about that baby. Like, if you ever hear them tell the story, we laugh about it now, but it was really messy. And I let this girl do that shit. Just for her to be straight and have 2 kids and be more successful than me right now. You know, because I was one out for APD. I couldn't get on APD because my credit was bad. No, my credit was bad because I had the eviction in my name. So it's like swap destinies, right?
I feel like your destiny is still yours, and I think that everything is going to absolutely work out for you.
I pray so, Lord.
Yeah,
because that's some bullshit.
I don't subscribe to that.
Thank you.
Whoa. I mean, this is like, it's just mind blown
It's
after mind
authentic.
blown. So, and now when Joey finds out that y'all faked it, this is really his kid.
Oh, he hot. He hot. He don't fuck with me. He don't fuck with CC, but he about to try to find me to get his baby. So I gotta put down the temperature, because I can't fight you and your crazy mama and y'all whole big Mexican family, Hispanic family, whatever. It's a lot of them, and I ain't want nobody taking my kids. So I finally had to talk. He came and met Kaden. I was actually with another girl. I had finally got my own little apartment, working with Ally Barton. Things started to look up. But he self-sabotaged me with the girl, told the girl I was using her, and I moved in. Like, when I say the baby daddy came up there ready with the vengeance. So me and this girl get to fighting. I moved to Cali. After that, I didn't find out he told her that till like recently. He just told me that's what really happened. But he helped me move to Cali too. And he was doing his little jugging and moving. He was sending like $400 a week. Here and there, doing while I'm in Cali, trying to make sure me and Kaden are all right. And that became the beginning of our friendship. And then I asked him to give me another baby probably like 2 years later, and that's how the twins came about.
What?
Because at the beginning, we promised 2 pregnancies. A promise is a promise. At this point, I need to build my own family. These bitches ain't shit. I need everything for myself.
Did he climb on top of you again?
The same process, sir. Same process. But this time,
Things
like...
a little more comfortable now.
It was. Because we knew what to expect. I had on my work shirt. I went to work right after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He flew down to Vegas.
Rock back and forth.
You feel me? Had a conversation. He went out there, played with Kaden. We cool now. So boom, I get pregnant with the twins. He go back to Florida because at this time he in Miami. And, I get married to a girl. Promised me the world, military. I'm going to make sure you and them kids are always straight kind of thing. You're going to meet again. I was already doing good.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
No, at that time.
At that time, I'm 30. 29, turning 30 when I'm pregnant with these twins. And she came in with all the promises. Let's get you a house. Because this time I'm living in a hood house, baby. I'm living hood rich in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga got a whip, everything straight, I'm working real good, $6,000, $7,000 a month off a commission check. I'm working at Las Vegas, car rental place. It's so much going on in Vegas, you're going to make money. So we straight. Kid, true religion down, because, this time label whore don't know no better. Then I meet the wreckage of my life, but she forced me into the worst healing that needed to happen, which probably led me here today. I'm going to get you a house. She asked me, do I want a ring or a house? Of course, me, baby, I want a house, but this house was never mine. I couldn't have company. I felt like I was in foster care again. And it was so easy for me to nuzzle back in because I was used to that type of order. It was like militant because she's military. That's what she did. She snipped and sniped everything away from me and made me codependent upon her. When we first moved in, she told me I couldn't even hang up my picture of me and my son because it's going to make it look like it's just my house. So now I done gave her my hood house. I moved in. I'm trapped in. And then the saga continues.
When you had moved to Cali, you were with your cousin.
Who? Yeah. So when I moved to Cali, me and my cousin, after the whole situation where Joey come and do all the bullshit with the girl, I had met my cousin already. One of my cousins went to Morehouse and connected me with my cousin named Danielle. He wanted me to get to know my granddaddy first set of kids. That's his family. So I'm like, okay, cool. They invite me for Thanksgiving. At this time, I meet Danielle. She pays for my ticket to go there. Everything. Oh, nephew is so cute. She identified. They looked alike in a sense.
You're 25 at this point.
I'm 25. So boom, she invites us out to Cali. She was like, I would love to help y'all, you know, right now I got a roommate, blah, 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 blah. I need to get out this situation that I'm in anyway with this girl. So I moved out there prior to. I moved out there with this girl that I knew from high school, from college, that I had already met, but it just wasn't really conducive to my living. She was living in a garage. So again, I got this baby. See, she doing whatever she want to do in this world, and I still got this baby. So when I figured out that I'm moving into a garage, I called my cousin. And my cousin came, and she saw where we was living, and she was like, nah, you can come. You can come to my house right now. You can just sleep on the couch. We'll share a bed. This is my female cousin. I ain't thinking none of it, you know? She gay. I'm gay. Oh, we about to go outside. We in LA, bitch. And she got a little Beamer. Oh, we outside. Okay. Boy, what the fuck I was wrong. So, boom. We're inside. We go to bed. Okay? 2-3 weeks pass. We kicking it. I'm cooking. But I'm falling right into like a wifely mode. I got a kid, so I'm really in mother mode. But in her mind, I'm in wife mode. I think, you know, her attraction for me was before I even knew. We go to bed, she climb on top of me, sticks her tongue down my fucking throat, and try to engage in sex. This is my first cousin. And I just went into straight little girl mode. You like in shock? Do I fight? Do I let it go? I'm all the way out here now, where do I go? I gotta think about this in a split second before this gets real uncomfortable. Or play sleep. But I get up, I fight. She apologizes. She told me she'd been watching me for 5 years. 5 years. She knew who I was. She told me I was beautiful and I deserved more, and that she can give me that. And that there was already people in my family that's together, 2 lesbians that are cousins. We would talk about this shit in church. Because mind you, I'm with her for like 6 months, 7 months after this, because where I'm going to go? I start sleeping on the couch. I start leaving and going bike riding at night. She'll come up, sing, get in front of me with no panties on or panties on and t-shirt, singing to me. She had made a song about, I want to get you pregnant. When I say the shit was crazy, it was crazy. So
And this is your first cousin?
First cousin. My mama found out I'm in California with them people. Oh, she goes crazy. My mom used DV shelter to get to me. Told her she was in a domestic violence. She had to flee to Cali. She in Cali now. My mama, first thing she saw when she saw my cousin, she said, she tried to fuck you. And I'm looking at her like, y'all demons really identify with each other. Because how would you know that? And I'm like, nah, that's nasty. That's my cousin. She said, all right, I know my family. She said, your cousin like you. You better be careful.
Wow.
Where you go?
And this, you know, this being your first cousin and then you having 2 first cousin aunts that are in a full-blown relationship. Your mother knew what was up. Even your mother showing up and you having cordial conversations with her. Let's get back into there's still a relationship you and your mom have.
She gonna find me. At one point, I just gave in and let her know where I was. I got tired of being surprised. You're at my job. You calling my job to figure out what job I worked at. One day, she called every Liz in Vegas to figure out where I was. My manager called me and said, somebody called her looking for you. It just got tiring. I was tired of running. So when she found out I was my cousin, maybe my cousin could love her too. But my mama just saw everything.
You still love your mother?
I love my mom dearly.
Forgive her?
I've been forgave her. I just can't forgive her for the things she's doing now. I'll pardon her for those sins that was created under the influence. Maybe you were still going through your shit. But to do what you're still doing to me now is crazy.
I saw something online. She said you stole $175,000 from her. How did someone concoct a lie like that?
Okay, so my mom had this lymphoma. I know y'all seen that commercial. You got lymphoma cancer. She won it. The original settlement was $275,000, but she was borrowing against it for 10 years as they're going through litigation. So of course you got taxes on that. So by the time she get to it, it's like $196,000. They gave her $60,000 at first, and I took a video of me handing this lady the check because I knew my mama. But she always would call me, I can't count, fat mama. I need you to come and help me, you know, put my money right. I don't want nobody stealing from me.
How old are you at this point?
I am, at this point I got the twins. So I'm about like 32, 33. Because the twins about 2, 3, yeah. So boom. She's in Vegas, I'm in Arizona. Me and my friend go get her from Vegas because she said this lady's gonna try to steal her check, blah, blah, blah. When she get there, she wanna just be near her grandkids, get her money and get a house. I'm thinking she ready to be a mother. That's all I wanted was her to be a mother, her to love me, her to be proud of me. No competition, just us doing shit. Get that check, oh, you would've thought that hoe had $1 million. I sent you a video where she was waving the check in the air. That was her receiving the first $60K. She paid somebody $5,000 to come get her from Arizona to take her back to Vegas because $60K to her was $1 million. She didn't know how fast that was gonna go. This not the 90s. I look online, she got her tongue out, rings on every fucking finger. I'm talking baby, and I was so happy for her. I just wish you didn't want to try to hurt me with it. I wouldn't do what you're doing if I had that money, so it's not gonna hurt my feelings, but if that's what you want to do, you deserve that. You finally got something in life. I want the best for you, and that's why she called me every time. I sent you multiples where she get more money supposedly, but she need me to control it. So boom, they sent another check. After the 60,000 hit, she burned 60,000 in 40 days. Goes to jail. Just during COVID. COVID is popping, right? Bites the police and spit on them during COVID. You going to jail. She did like 1.5 years in jail. She only got $10,000 left when she go to jail. I get her debit card. Whoever had her shit was already using Burger King. My mom in jail. Who eat Burger King? My mom had bought a car. My mom never had a registration. My mom never had a driver's license. Why would y'all let her buy a car? The lady told me that my mama bought the car for her daughter and now she wanted it back. So I had to go get a power of attorney. I had to go do all these things for this lady to give it back. I met this lady in Vegas to overturn her power of attorney, get my mama keys, her debit card and everything. This is how I acquired her shit. So $10,000, I'm like, that ain't gonna last you with what you want. My mama wanted $2,000 on her book every month. And she wanted $200 new boxes to close every month. In her house, in her jail cell, she called it her apartment. Very comfortable with being institutionalized. So she wanted the TVs, she wanted the coloring books, she wanted the new denim that dropped online. Like, this was normality for her. So boom, we find out she getting $196K more.
Oh my goodness.
Right? So they had to send the email and a letter with my mom's signature permitting me to get the check even sent to my address. They're not gonna send a check to me. The check was not in my name. The check is in Jeanette's name. I deposited the check into her account and I started to do the things she asked me to do. Put the $2,000 on my books. Cash app this person this. Do this, do that, to the point where the jail calls me and said, stop using Jeanette's account to put money on Jeanette's book. That's how much I didn't want to be tied to this lady's money. So then I had to start taking the $2,000 out and sending it so that I can get somebody else to send it because she can't send herself her own money. But then they hit me and asked me if my mom was being extorted. But my mom was buying drugs and getting me to send it on the cash apps. So they then asked me to send them all my cash apps. My mama goes to the hole. She's in detox now, calling me. This is when it started. You stole my money. This is when her lie starts to concoct because her money is going down and down and down. When her money started going down, she thinks it's this old school green dot card shit. Call the bank, say you ain't do it. That's what she's trying to pull here. But the law firm had dropped her. I sent them all the proof, all the receipts, the letter, the power of attorney, the relinquishment of the power of attorney. And I put all my mama's stuff in storage in her debit card. And it's voice messages saying, yeah, I got my stuff, but it's a crack in my windshield. Your car been in storage, love. Probably is. If something fell on it, I didn't buy a cover. I didn't do any of that because that's not your request. I didn't want to touch your money no more.
In my mind, you're responsible for $200,000 of your mother's money. Your mother owes you the world. Did you get to enjoy any of it?
No, I was scared. I'm going to always owe her. Even if I don't owe her. She told everybody she paid for my business. She put me through college. She bought my books. My mom wants to be this proactive parent. And when you look at me, and I do have all those acclamations, yeah, that's true, but she didn't pay register. She couldn't even tell you what dorm I lived in.
Right.
And with this I think she gave me $2,000 and I gave it right back to her. She was like, just take it out, give it to my grandkids. So I would take it out and I was like, they don't need nothing. And I'll put it right back in and I'll screenshot it on these core link things, sending her each thing of what was happening with her money. And she said, Mom, you could just keep it. You could just keep it. I was like, nah, it's okay. So she bought them cars, like little toy cars. I let her buy them toys and shit, just being a grandma. $500 Power Wheels. She did shit like that. But I don't want to let her touch my livelihood because then I'm going to owe.
I mean, look at you now. You'll be 40 this year.
Big force.
Big force. Business owner.
Yes, I am.
Master's degree. I would say you turned a lot of that around.
You
I would
got
say.
to.
Yeah. What do you think your kids provided you?
What do I think my kids would?
Provided you.
A reason.
Yeah.
When I think about suicide, I couldn't think about leaving them here by themselves to possibly go through anything I went through.
Yeah.
So even if I'm suffering through trauma or I got a bad day, they so cool. If I'm crying, they gonna come figure it out. They all cancers. We all cancers. Literally week apart from each kid. But they provided me a reason. Because if I feel them, I didn't do better.
Before they got here, you attempted suicide.
I did.
After?
Twice. I tried to commit suicide right before my freshman year graduation from undergrads. And then I met this girl, and I tried it again because I couldn't get pregnant in my mind. God didn't want me to have kids. You know, turkey-based method, as I'm telling you, like nothing was working. And I wasn't ready to make the sacrifice that God probably was asking me to do.
Yeah.
Like I had already been through penetration, I had already been through a man touching me. It wasn't the fear of a penis. It was the fear of a man losing control and not understanding what hurts. But they provided me with every reason to make sure we put better people in this world. Some light, some love.
If you could speak to maybe 10-year-old version of yourself, what would you say to her now?
Don't give up. Those are some hard nights. Just keep going.
Any regrets?
I wish I would have communicated more. Or maybe told my story sooner or even took my story serious. As shit happened. That's what I thought about my story. But that's probably it.
What would you say to your mom? If she ever gets a chance to watch this.
I love her. I really do. And I'm sorry for whatever she went through. If I could change anybody's pain, I would. But to know that I may never get a mother. She right here. And people just lost hope in her. Nobody can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. But sometimes it's too late. She gotta want it now. Too much done happened. But I do love my mom and I wish the best for her. But I just can't fuck with her. And that hurts every day. My kids saw her episode and they didn't know what was going on. And I can't have that toxicity around my children. Because I'm introducing them to my pain all over again. But I do love her.
My name is Chris Stiles. This is Trappin Anonymous. Let's get it.